Greetings and welcome. Come on in, come on in. This video is on Covidence, part 1. We're going to make this a multi-series one just to make sure that you get everything you need. And we go step by step because Covidence has 3 parts to it, or at least we're going to break it down in 3 parts. It is an excellent tool. The whole purpose is to help you organize your reviews. These are all the reviews that I'm working on or worked on or have worked on or continue to work on. And this video is especially for my folks at the University of South Carolina. We are working on a systematic scoping review together, and I want to use their review to lay it out. So once you click on your review or create your review, I will show you a creation review at the end. You get here, you can import your references, which is the part I do for most of the reviews I participate in as a Yaba Logan, your librarian, coming at you. You can then click on import. You can see your history of your review of what you've imported. Usually you can undo it. That is already timed out. You'll see how long you have before it times out, and then move on. So I've already done one article, abstract, screened it. So let's take a look. So you're probably saying, oh, that highlighting is neat. Yes, it is. What it does is help you zoom in, your eyes to zoom right in on what is important. However, when you're reading through these abstracts and titles, you can easily get swayed and lost and forget where you're at. So one of the best things that they have is your criteria. It is right here in front of you. You can open it up, and as you're reading through the abstract, you can actually get to that criteria to be able to say, yes, this is, or no, this is not. And sometimes you can't tell, and that is what the maybe button is for. And so you'll keep going through it from that perspective. You can also use the filters. And so, for instance, if we don't want review papers, I'm going to go ahead and type the word review in. You can click on the word review or meta-analysis and then click filter. And it doesn't have any on this page, which is good. And then come on, go back to what you were doing. Clear. Okay, there we go. You can review, you can look for other things. If there's something else that is of interest to you, you have that ability to do with filter. Again, I like keeping the criteria in front of you because it easily you get lost in the sauce about where you are and what you were doing, and it just happens. One of the things that is nice about what Covidence does is that if you say no or yes or anything, you can easily click on the undo button and it pops it right back for you. So that is possible. So if you're like, oh, what did I just say? You can get a quick takey backy, right? Just a quick one. Because after a few, you can't take them back so easily. You have to go back into the delete button and can do that. You can. So you would come back here to either awaiting another reviewer or irrelevant. Like I can click on awaiting another reviewer and either change my vote or send it back. So you would send it back. Right now it's waiting on another reviewer, so it's not going to go anywhere. But if it was all done, you actually could. And I'll show you where those go. What else is important to show you here? Oh, it is very important to show you the highlighting. So as you see, we have green. Let me see if we can pop up some red. No red on this one. What? There we go. Now we have red. And so the difference is that the green is just showing you where the words of interest, the things you want to include, are. The red is showing you where the words that you want to exclude are. And you don't want to just quickly say, oh, it's red, go ahead and select no. you want to read, because you can use the word review in this case multiple different ways. It doesn't have to be a review paper. You can actually be reviewing the literature and came up with X, Y, and Z, and it's not a review paper. In this case, this is a review paper. It has a meta-analysis with it. It has a registration in Prospero. Shout out to them. They did a good job. I could tell that already. But it is not something that we're interested in because we don't want review papers. So I would click no. And if I wasn't sure, again, right here at the top, you see it quickly says undo. And so that undo will stay there until you do the next one, because you only have a little bit to take something back without having to go through the other layers of it in other systems. Now you're probably asking yourself, what is this button you have on your screen? Great question. This is LibKey Nomad. It's by a company called Third Iron. They create a product called Browsing, and this is their plugin, LibKey Nomad. It is awesome. It helps you get to the PDF. You don't want to use this while you're looking at title abstract, because you're only supposed to be looking at the title and the abstract. You're not looking at the paper yet. On the next screen, when you do the full text, which we are not getting into today, you will then appreciate this button for the times in which those PDFs are not there or haven't been added. But for now, no. And again, here is another article that is a great example of the difference in review. Let me see. Can we look at this a little bit bigger? Okay. So as you see, they say that this is a review paper. This review aimed to synthesize the existence literature. Okay, great. But the other way they use a review is on the peer review process. So I'm pointing this out intentionally to show that it is very possible that the word review may not be used exactly how you intend it to be used, and so you have to be very careful of when you're reading to make sure that the red is actually saying no to the things you want. So now I'm going to click no. Notice that this one is gone. The one that was previously there is gone, and this one is now there. Now if I click undo, the other one backs up as well. So that's good. So you'll be able to see the backup process if you need it. So again, we're going to stick with no on that one, and we can add some more to the screen. And as you see, the green and the reds are still going to show up. Now you're probably asking yourself, well, how did you get green and red? Great question. Let's go dig deeper and take a look. We are going to go back to the settings. And in the settings is where this information is housed. So first you have the first layer of the profile of the review you're working on, and you have team settings, and then the eligibility criteria. The eligibility criteria is super, super important. That's where you think through how will you know the difference between Article A and Article B, to be able to say Article A is included and Article B is excluded, and Article C is excluded, and Article D is included. What will make the difference? How will you know the difference between these articles? What is it about them that is important? And in this case, we're looking at social networks, social support, connectedness, all of these kind of concepts, and looking at the particular outcomes that are of interest to us. And again, review papers are things that we are not interested in. Interesting, we are interested in protocols for clinical trials, meaning that they may not have any results. So that's something to keep in mind, because sometimes we're not interested in that. So if you are a person on a few of these research teams, it's really helpful to have your eligibility criteria in front of you. And again, that highlighting is helpful. You can always add to it. You can also, let's see, social and network. You don't want to necessarily have too many, but you want to keep the ones that are really important for you to be paying attention to in front of you. Talking and typing still doesn't happen. And so the other way you would have this list on this side. Okay. So, and you can make that as long or as short as your heart desires. You can also have full text exclusion reasons. These are the ones built into the system. You can always add other ones to this if this is not enough. And that there is the end of this beginning. Notice we go from 53 articles and now we're down to 50 that I can vote for. Now, one of my colleagues, when they hop on to Covidence, they will still see 53, but they'll see 3 of them have 1 vote. So somebody will take these 3 and also say no because they are review papers. And then keep moving along the line. Once you are finished and you have 2 votes for everything, then they move here to the full text review. However, I will stop this video now because I don't want to get into the rest of those details until part 2 of this video. In the meantime, I will give you one more teaser, and that is the Prism, and it is awesome. It creates it for you by just filling out all the details, adding everything that you have clicked on and added, so that it keeps you organized, so that when you're ready to publish, yes, you should publish your results, you will have this, and it does create a much prettier version of it with Microsoft Word. Okay. And that is the end of this video. If you need any help, you know how to reach me. You can email me, you can call me, you can send a carrier pigeon. If you know how to do that, then you know. I don't think anybody has ever made that work. That is really amazing if you do. So reach out if you need any more help. I'm here to support. And y'all have a great evening, a great day, and enjoy. Bye.